What's goody, everybody? It's your boy, Wilder42K. We are back with our third Docuseries episode. Y'all have been enjoying these, so I'm just going to keep them coming, hopefully every week. And this week is a little bit different. The first two were about very different NFL franchises, and today we're jumping over to the MLB to answer the infamous question, why does everyone hate the Houston Astros? Now, some may say they've hated the Astros since the dawn of time simply because they are a division rival, but most people will say it began in late 2017. Most of the world sports fans, if not all of the world sports fans, know of the Houston Astros cheating scandal, in which they used various methods and multiple trash cans to signal players and batters of what pitch was coming, whether it was going to be an off-speed pitch or a fastball, and I'm here to break down just how in-depth that cheating scandal really was. Taking a trip back to September of 2016, an intern by the name of Derek Vigo was sent into the upper offices of Jeff Leno, who was anticipated to be promoted to Director of Team Operations, to discuss the Operation Codebreaker, a process in which the Astros would use live cameras to relay what pitch was coming, a statistic that ended up proving astronomical in terms of advantage. No pun intended. From then, we can fast forward to spring of 2017, where they began implementing ways to steal signs, and Carlos Beltran, a veteran player at the time, and bench coach Alex Cora were integral parts of the ground crew for this process in the beginning. And by June, they began using trash can communication, this, of course, occurring only at home, in which they held a 54-27 record by midsummer, which was 8.5 games better than any AL team at the time. In September of 2017, the first player to verbally state he noticed banging on the mound was Danny Farquhar. He noticed there was a banging from the dugout every time a changeup got put down, and he was taken out just 3 batters later after allowing a few runs. The World Series came, and the Astros ended up winning against the LA Dodgers, hitting 15 home runs in their 7-game series to finish the season 101-61 before the playoffs, winning their division, the AL pennant, and eventually the World Series. They beat Boston in the ALDS 3-1, the Yankees in the ALCS 4-3, and the Dodgers in the World Series 4-3. They ended up leading the league in runs, hits, doubles, RBIs, strikeouts, batting average, on-base percentage, slugging percentage, OPS, OPS plus, and total bases, all while outscoring their opponents 896 to 700 throughout the 2017 year. Needless to say, what was occurring was paying off. Now, as a reminder, up to this point, there were no real accusations against the Astros, but a huge key into this whole sequence of events occurs in December of 2017. Mike Fiers was granted free agency and signed with the Tigers and eventually got traded to the A's in late August of 2018 and eventually re-signing with Oakland. Now is where things start to get unhinged in this story. September of 2018, the A's submit a formal complaint to the MLB on Houston about its suspicions that they were illegally stealing signs. Now, I wonder where they got this information from. October comes and the then Indians began to raise concerns, relaying to the Boston Red Sox, warning them of attempts to steal signs, and that was reported by Yahoo that many teams had been catching on to the trash can banging, whistling, and clapping coming from the Astros dugout. Now, this is where the irony begins to set in when the manager of the Astros talks some smack to the Yankees. The Yankees accused the Astros of whistling in the dugout, and Hinch responded with mocking the Yankees, saying, "It works, but it's not like we're doing it, even when it doesn't happen." The first questions from fans really began to fly when Jose Altuve hit the game-winning walk-off ALCS home run in 2019 and gestures to keep his shirt on to his teammates as he's rounding third and heading home, to not remove his jersey. Though, according to the MLB, there was no wrongdoing in this instance, it did raise a ton of questions and suspicions among fans, viewers, and a lot of organizations. Jumping to November of 2019, The Athletic ended up reporting the Astros sign-stealing allegations with quotes from none other than Mike Fiers, which is when MLB announced they would launch a full-on investigation, which, mind you, they did not do when the A's, Indians, Red Sox, and Yankees all submitted formal complaints against the Astros for this ongoing process. Finally, in January, fans and organizations got their answers. In January of 2020, the MLB released their findings that the Astros did, in fact, cheat through 2017 and 2019 and handed out the following punishments. 1-year suspension for Leno and Hinch, a $5 million fine, and losses of their first and second round picks for 2020 and 2021. Some, if not most fans, think this wasn't enough. I'm one of those people. As a Red Sox fan, Cora did deserve some punishment in this matter as an integral part in the ground infrastructure of laying out this process. I believe he, as the Red Sox manager, should have been punished more than he did. Following the punishments, the Astros fired Hinch and Leno, and this scandal is the reason why people hate the Astros still in 2022. They cheated, and it's that simple. They won a World Series during these cheating allegations, and they won 2 AL pennants during these cheating allegations. I say allegations, even though it was already proven, because to everyone's knowledge, it could have been much worse. What if there was a buzzer and MLB just tried to hide it, and then when allegations really surfaced, they found that there was cheating, there was banging, there was clapping, there was whistling coming from the dugout. Now, since 2019, the Astros have done everything they can to quote-unquote rebuild their brand, going to the ALCS in 2020 and 2021, winning the ALCS in 2021, but losing in the World Series, and in 2022, they made it back to the ALCS again and won it, and are currently tied against the Phillies 1-1 in the World Series right now as we speak. I don't think anyone can really forgive them as of right now for what they've done, but I can say personally, the team that is playing right now is different than the one that played in 2017. Do I root for the Stros? Only when they play the Yankees. But for now, it's Go Phillies in the Fall Classic. And before I go, I want to ask you guys one question. Will you ever forgive the Houston Astros? I think someday we all might, and we all forgot about the Black Sox scandal, and we all forgive Pete Rose and Barry Bonds. At least most of us do. So I think someday we will forget about this. Will anyone ever really honor the 2017 World Series? I don't think so, but I think it's time we do move on slightly. I'm not saying we have to be fans of the Astros, but we do have to acknowledge that this is a slightly better team. Anyways, thank y'all for watching. I hope y'all enjoyed this video, and if you did, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. I'm going to keep these videos coming for you guys, and I will see y'all in the next one.